So I'm just having a little laugh to myself. The tail tidy has just turned up and it's a bit of a bloody jigsaw. It's an Evotech. And if I remember from my 959, you have to go online for the assembly instructions. But obviously these two bits go together. That's the number plate holder. That goes for the bike. That holds that, and all these other bits are for English number plates because Evotech's an English company, so I'll have to jump online to see how I can put this thing together. My other bits that I ordered have also turned up, so I bought some the small Ducati Performance LED indicators. So those just fit in these, which then go in here. Also bought a carbon Ducati Performance tank protector, so I'll stick that on. And then the bottom radiator guard. So that seems to be quite easy, just hooks on and tie wraps. So first lot of bits that I'm gonna install on the bike. So I've had the bike for a week and 1 day, and I have put exactly 0 kilometers on it. We're in lockdown. We're not allowed to go out of our houses. Well, we can go out for exercising, but you know, we're pretty much in lockdown. We've had, what, 77 new cases overnight, and 50 of those come from the same family. So that's the problem here in Sydney, is people just ignore it. They just ignore the fact that we're in lockdown. We've had such a good run that people just become complacent, and it's annoying because people like us, we stay in our houses, yet other people just go out. I mean, the problem is the government's just not shutting the shops. All the shops are still open, and they say that you can go and get necessities and you can go in and go out, but I don't know, I just don't know why they just don't lock everything down. Anyway, that's it's been raining, I've been busy with work. So this is the first opportunity I've got to come outside to make some of the little changes that I was going to make. So the bits which I bought a radiator guard under there. I could only buy the bottom one because I bought a Ducati one. They didn't have any of the upper ones in stock, so if I can't get the upper one, then what I'll do is I'll change the whole lot for the Evotech, but for now I'll just put the bottom Ducati one on. I can't get rid of those horrible reflectors because by law you've got to have them. I removed them on my 959, got pulled over by the police and got fined $450 or something for doing it, so I'm not going to do that. One thing I did notice though on this bike is the stand seems to be a lot shorter, or the stand's the same size but the bike is bigger. So when you put the stand down and you roll the bike onto the stand, the bike angle is a lot more. So it was weird when I first started doing it. I was like, holy shit, the bike's gonna fall over, but it's not. It's just the fact that the stand or the bike ratio is different. So that's one thing I've got to get used to. So I'm also gonna put the tank protector on. These are the bits which I bought. So I built this. I showed you the bits last time. So I finally built the Evotech tail tidy. I bought the Ducati Performance LED indicators because they're a lot smaller, as you can see, versus those big fat ugly ones that's on the bike at the moment. So all of that's going to come off, and then this little thing is going to go on. So that's what I'm going to do today. I've ordered a new number plate, so that arrives on Friday, so then I'll just put the number plate on. So I'm going to put that on. I'm going to send my number plate back. That's the tank protector. It's quite big, it's a lot bigger than the 959. But funny thing is, what I was going to do on my 959, I wasn't going to put one on. So I lived without it for about a month, and then I actually started to see some scratches on the tank. This one's got a high gloss lacquer, like my white one didn't. But anyway, so that's going to go on. Should be pretty easy. And then, like I said, there's the bottom radiator guard, which I'm going to fit for now, and if I can't get the upper one, I'll change it for the big system. So that's it. Oh, and the other thing is I've managed to update my multi-parks pass. So that's if you go through the national parks in New South Wales, you have to have a pass. They've now gone digital, so I'm gonna remove this horrible thing and just keep my RAM mount on for my GPS if I need it, but I don't need that horrible pass anymore, which is brilliant because it's gone, like I said, it's gone digital. So yeah, well, the bike's exactly as it was the other day. Like I said, done 0 kilometers on it, so let's get on and start removing. I think what I'll do is I'll put the tank protector on first, and then I'll get that tail off. One thing I did notice from the 959 to this one, the 959 was basically Allen keys or T-hex. These are bloody those star ones, so they've gone and changed it. So I've had to root round all my tools to see whether I've got any bits that fit. But I do, luckily enough, so I'll start getting those off. Pain in the ass. There's about 4 bolts under there to get rid of, and then the wires should just then plug and play. So it should be pretty straightforward. So anyway, that's what the bike looks like currently. Let's get that horrible thing off and put the new one on. There's the tank protector. There is a template, but what I want to do is just have it just slightly a little bit lower. So anyway, that's the Ducati carbon one. First item installed. So I've taken the tail off. It was actually only 2 bolts, and then that bit was just holding it in. The only problem I have now is that there's only one connection, and that one connection here controls the indicators and the number plate light. And then up in here, there's that one connection, and then you've got this which has just been blanked off. So I don't know what this is, and this has to be the indicators and the rear number plate light. But if you look at the Evotech tail tidy, we've got 2 indicators and the rear light. So I'll have to hunt around to see if there were some extra cables in there to try and see if I can get it to work. Okay, so I now know what I've got to do. Basically, if you take this cover off, there's one connector cable which then leads into all these connectors, which are those. So basically I've just got to cut these tie wraps, remove this bit, connect this bit into the new one, and then it should be all good. I'll get on and do it.
Paper's getting blown away.
Should put some tape on it. To put some tape around it. Alright, stop. Alright, so I've hooked this up, put that single connector back on, connected up left and right, which I think is left and right because these ones aren't labelled, and the indicator, sorry, the number plate light. So let's just put the ignition on and see if it works. So left. No, wrong way around. Right. Oh, they've got a sweep on them, which my old 959 didn't. That's pretty cool. And is the number plate lit up? Yes. So all I've got to do is swap these around. I just need to get my tool. Swap these over. So that one goes in that one, and that one goes in that one. So let's try it now. Right, turn in left. And turn in right. Sweet. So I've just done up the last bolts and there it is. How much better does that look compared to that huge ugly thing I just took off? And also with the sweeping indicators, I just think that's just awesome. I didn't realise that, but looks good. So I've got that on, just going to take that off and then fit the radiator guard. So to her tail tidy, that's been done. It just looks so much better, nice and neat. Tank protector done, and I've taken my ram mount off. But one thing I didn't do is I didn't do the radiator guard, because I started to do it because I thought there was about 6 bolts to remove. But then I read the instructions and you've got to remove the whole fairing just to put the guard in, so I thought, fuck that. I only had half of it anyway, so I couldn't be bothered to do it twice. So what I'll do is I'll buy the other section and then either get it done at the first service, because when they remove the fairing, or I'll do it another time. But I've done the main thing I wanted to do, which was the tail. And like I said before, the great thing, which I didn't realise, is the indicators are dynamic. So right. Just look great. So that'll do for now. Managed to get outside, get some fresh air, muck around with the bike. Thanks for watching. Hopefully next time I'll be out and about and go for a ride.